Okay, I'm joined here by Luke Garrard. Before we welcome Enfield Town to the Mangatape UK Stadium, Meadow Park, in our final home game of the league campaign. Luke, a quick turnaround from our 4-2 win at Slough. What's your feeling going into tomorrow?
More of the same, mate. Really, I watched it back. We had the boys in to prepare for Enfield, but we done a bit of good practice on where we felt we were good and where we felt we needed to improve with the Slough game. And having done the analysis on that, our first 20 minutes was excellent. So the message has been about starting the game as sharp as that, being as productive as we were in the first 20 minutes against Slough and trying to stretch that over the course of the 90. So yeah, no, really positive, good day prep for the boys, and we look forward to welcoming Enfield tomorrow in a tough fixture, as they've obviously not been beaten in their last 8 games, and they're pulled themselves away from the relegation. So yeah, I can imagine it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, and in your program notes, you mentioned a newfound energy and the change in shape of which the lads have brought into playing a big part in our recent upturn of form. How important is it that we maintain that?
We need to maintain that for the foreseeable. We've given ourselves a chance of progressing into potentially fourth and fifth spot. Um, with what's gone on in the games on Friday, we're in touch with second and third. It's just about getting our business done, mate. The boys have really bought into what we're asking of them. They've worked ever so hard. Their application in the last few weeks has been excellent, and we're seeing the fruits of our labour. So, yeah, there is a newfound energy, newfound belief, confidence, but that comes with obviously winning games of football. That's the mentality and the mindset of the football business. It doesn't matter if you've lost five, the mood is a little bit low, but when you win two or three on the bounce, everyone has an energy. And in fairness, the boys have been brilliant, and we want them to continue the work that they're doing, improve on what we've been working on, and continuing with the goals, because I feel that 10 goals in the last 3 games has been incredible, and the goals for tally is not the issue this year. We need to make sure that we nullify any little mistakes that allow likes of Slough getting back into a game. So yeah, there is newfound belief and confidence in the group, and hopefully long may that continue.
Yeah, and we need 3 points to secure playoffs. Do you have any words for the fans ahead of tomorrow and what we hope to be an exciting period?
Yeah, listen, it's going to be an interesting 2 3 weeks for the club. One that obviously I'm desperate to make a success. They've been brilliant, the fans. Many a times they've come to the ground. Dorking comes to mind. They come in their numbers and we didn't deliver. They went down to Torquay and Truro and we didn't deliver. And they backed us 100%. So I want to thank them for that. It's a derby to an extent tomorrow. Enfield Town, I can imagine, they're going to bring a few. Watch their games against St Albans over the weekend, and it was mobbed there. So I can imagine they're going to bring a few. So we need to make sure that we outnumber them and continue to back the boys, because trust me, I know how important they are, and I know how important they are when it comes to playoffs. I've been a part of that as a player, as an assistant manager, and as a manager. So they've been massive in my journey at the football club, and they are so important to our success this season. And I'm going to ask them just to continue that, because they've been brilliant. As much as we've been indifferent in recent weeks, we have found some consistency, and I feel that if they're honest with themselves and us, we're repaying a little bit in the last 3 fixtures, and we need to make sure that we continue that and making sure that our performances marry up with our results.
And finally, Luke, I won't keep you here long, but what are you expecting from Enfield Town tomorrow?
Side with, again, they got belief and confidence, done a brilliant job. Obviously, we played them in Christmas time, and they were right in the bottom four. And he's found a new shape. I watched their games against Chelmsford and St Albans and done the report for the boys. They have their threats, their long throws, they're well disciplined. They got a front line that work ever so hard. But as I keep saying, it's all about us. Slough had their threats. We have a lot of threats. We need to make sure that we're getting our boys that can cause problems and hurt teams in possession of the ball. We need to make sure that we have the intensity and the impetus like we showed. Like I said, in the first 20 minutes against Slough, it's probably the best we've played this year. Whether that's clicking or whether that was just us coming out the blocks and Slough not starting as bright, I don't know, but I want to see more of that because it was exciting. And as a manager that has worked on that with the group for the last 2, 3 weeks, you're seeing it play out. It's brilliant. So yeah, whatever Enfield throw at us tomorrow, whatever system, whatever shape, it doesn't matter. It's about how we go about our business, and we need to make sure that we continue this run of form at the minute. We've won our last three. We're not foolish enough to know that we're only going to have to need to win 4 of our next games. It may be 5, depending on where we finish in the league. But our season's about winning games of football now, getting over the line, and fulfilling what we all wanted to do at the start of the season.